5. So,
welcome back to the show. Hopefully you guys
back.
are having a great day. It's a little bit more humid, I think, than yesterday, yeah?
Yes.
It's a good day to be playing games. Not as good as yesterday's Mario, but good enough
Definitely
to play
not.
virtual D&D or
Yeah,
whatever
right?
it was.
Good old game release called Demio. If you own an Oculus Quest, you can play Dungeons and Dragons in VR.
Is it actual Dungeons and Dragons or
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons knockoff?
No, it's it's obviously you can't say Dungeons and Dragons, but it's the exact same concept. You have characters that you can move around on a board. You've got dice that you roll, and you have to pick actions and attributes and whatnot.
So I saw a new game on the download Microsoft store. It's like you can play it on the Xbox or on. It's a Play Anywhere game.
All right, what was that called?
I have to look it up. I don't remember now. I was gonna download it, but I can't even remember the last time I turned on my Xbox. It's really sad.
I can. 20 minutes ago.
I don't think I've had my Xbox on in like this whole year.
I don't think so.
There's just been too much going on, which is odd because here we are, sitting in the studio. Our state's about to open up from COVID.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the top of the good news today. Getting ahead of myself. Tomorrow's the day, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Tomorrow's the day when everything goes back to
normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, and then I've got, today is also a good day because today is my grandfather's 70th birthday.
Now, see, that's good news.
Yep.
To make it 70 years around this rock. Oh, wait, around the sun on this rock. I'll get it right. Speaking of days and birthdays and national days and all that stuff, we got any good ones today?
Oh, well, let's take a look. Let's get off of glamour.com real quick.
We don't want to do that.
Because ads are lovely.
I wish shirts like these.
Right? Today is National Black Cow Day.
Black Cow Day.
Black cow.
Do we have any root beer?
No, I drank it.
You drank it. I remember
we had one can.
Has it been this long? Because did we do a National Black Cow Day a year ago? Because I feel like we went and bought root beer and we made root beer floats. I feel like we did that. We made root beer floats for National Black Cow Day. I feel like that was last year.
I think so.
So this is like a deja vu or a what do you call it? Hey, it's National. We already did this day.
Yeah, National. It's National. We did this a year ago.
Yes. Okay. What's else? What's else? What's else?
Let's see. Iced Tea Day.
National Iced Tea Day. Okay. Like iced tea, the drink, or iced tea, the actor?
The drink.
Oh, okay. Because there's an iced tea and there's an ice cube.
Yes.
And I think if you put them both together, it's a really bad movie.
Oh, yeah. It'd be really bad.
Okay.
And good old Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. He's rapping now.
He is.
Yeah.
It's a little sad.
It's a little sad.
Not going to say anything.
Not going to say anything.
National Herb and Spice Day.
Herbs and spice.
Herbs and spice.
Special flavors of the Kentucky Fried Chicken herbs and spice.
Something like that.
So if you want to round out the day beautifully, get yourself a big old bucket of original KFC, wash it down with some iced tea, and have yourself a root beer float at the end. And you'll have officially celebrated today the right way.
Yeah, sure.
Any other good? That's no other good notables.
No ones that really matter. Although I suppose now thinking about it, Alcoholics Anonymous matters a little bit.
Yeah. So, it's not today's day, but I should bring it up because of a specific viewer who enjoys Donald Duck. Yesterday was National Donald Duck Day. And did you know that Donald Duck has a middle name?
Yes. I don't know what it is, though.
Yes, he has a middle name.
No, I know he has a middle name. I just have never heard it.
So I just found out today.
Yeah?
And I don't think I knew this. His middle name is Fauntleroy.
Donald Fauntleroy Duck.
Donald Fauntleroy Duck. And Fauntleroy is French, and it means Child King.
I thought you were going to say means duck. Donald Duck Duck.
Donald Duck Duck.
Donald Duck Duck.
Duck Duck Goose. Donald
Basically.
Duck Duck. Anyway.
Donald Child King Duck.
Yes. Yes.
But Mickey reigns the empire.
Yeah, yesterday in 1934, Donald made his first screen debut in The Wise Little Hen. So there's this is his national birthday of his first appearance, but I think his actual birthday is on a different day, and I think this is caused a huge thing, there's a big conspiracy. Not that I want to do conspiracy theories in here, but I believe that Donald Duck's actual birthday is a different day, but this is his birthday from when he first debuted with Disney.
Would his birthday when he first debuted be the same as his actual birthday?
I think they had a episode of Donald's birthday, and it was on a different day.
Did they say when it was in that episode?
Now I'm going to have to look it up. You're making me do this. June 9th.
So his birthday is June 9th. So his birthday it was yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's... So... Born on June 9th. I feel like... Duck's... real birthday... Oh, I could be wrong. See, this is what happens when I don't get my facts straight before. You know what? Maybe we should skip the conspiracies and stick to the good news.
Yeah? Well, I'm sorry. No. Don't you mean the good news?
Yeah, good news. Good news. I feel like,
No?
I feel like there was a thing, and this isn't his real birthday, but it is National Donald Duck Day yesterday. So, there you go.
Donald Duck's almost 100 years old, and he's still kicking pretty good.
Kicking really good. So, I'd like to give a shout out to Academy Impossible. Looks like you're watching right now. Thanks for watching. We would also like to give a shout out to those of you who followed us in the last couple of days or so.
Yeah, he didn't realize. I'd point this out to him after the show.
Yeah,
so
whoa, people followed. Yeah, you want to go?
We want to give a good old readout to who these people are.
Give a shout out to Varsaldes 126, Bob TTV77, My Stagal.
No, Mr. Gogical.
Mr. Gogical.
Is it like logical? Mr. Gogical? Mr. Gogical. Mr. Gogical. No, I'm telling you, bro, it's Mr. Gogical.
Mr. Gogical.
Mr. Gogical.
Mr. Gogical. Please let us know the pronunciation of your name.
But it's still the best. Peely Wally. I read it as Peely Wheelie.
Peely Wally. Lexi Waters. Ligrian Saxony, Kyle Beecher,
Sun Monkey,
Octothrope 88, and Kid Let's 12.
Kid Let's
12. Thanks for following us.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate it. And tell your friends. That's all I got.
Mr. Gogical.
Yeah. We have some pretty good stuff. I'll get started with the good news, unless you have something to say before we get going.
No, but a phone call just scared me because I didn't have my phone on silent.
Oh, I actually got one just a little bit ago too, and mine's work related.
Oh,
so,
no!
So the good news for them is I'm not answering.
It's my grandmother.
No,
I feel like that might be important.
Yeah, well, we won't be long.
All right.
So my first article was actually sent in from one of our viewers. Super funny. Did you see this video?
No, I've not seen any video.
So this dad struggles to keep his triplets from climbing on furniture. Actually, a kitchen table. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. It's a huge thing. Went viral. Don't have the details, but a video gone viral from its amusing peek into the parent's life with triplets, with all three kiddos walking around the room at the same time. Our immediate reaction was, that's a full-time job right there.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but smile to this dad who is doing his best to keep two triplet babies from climbing onto the kitchen table from multiple chairs.
Multiple. Not just one. Multiple chairs.
Let's see if I can get this going here.
Is there ads?
Maybe.
Look at that ad. Look at that ad for things I won't do.
So, okay.
So he made a video about this.
Yes, it went viral. That's why I thought maybe you've seen it. So watch this. Watch the kids in this video. One's already on the thing, right? Take him off the table.
Yep.
Put him down.
Yeah,
this one comes on. Look at this one's already climbing back up again. No, not there.
Stop it. Nope, that's not good.
Here we go. That one's climbing back up again.
Yep. Nope, he's not doing it.
Look at he's kicking his feet. No, I want to climb on the table. No, this one's already gone around the other way.
It. Yep. Thought he had him. Nope, didn't.
Look at he's clotheslining. Look at here.
And he just starts taking the chairs. Nope. No chairs for you.
And that one's halfway up.
Halfway up? Nope. Shut down. Don't go for the chair. No. And he's got all the chairs up on the table.
Dad wins.
Dad wins. That's a 100% dad win right there if I've ever seen one.
And, oops, not that one.
Ooh.
So, yeah. No, pretty cool video. Someone sent that in to me. I thought that was pretty cool because sometimes, not just dealing with triplets, because I've never had to deal with that, but have you ever been like trying to do something and you do it over and over and over and over, and then you go back and you take the kid off again, and it's like Dark World 8-1 all over again.
Well, seeing the fact that I don't have kids.
Dark World 8-1 all over again. Super Mario Brothers 3.
That's a special kind of hell. That's not kids.
That's it. That's what that guy just did. It's 8-1 all over again, over and over. And for those of you who don't know that, check out our show on Tuesdays.
Wednesdays
at 4 p.m. Central. So that's pretty cool. My second article was actually sent in from one of our viewers also.
All right.
Teacher swaps shoes with a student.
That teacher's got tiny feet.
Yeah. And I didn't know this, but there's a picture of it. High school graduations are one of the most important rites of passage in a teenager's life. 4 years of hard work, friendships, and dreams for the future all culminate in a shining moment that will be remembered long after the caps and gowns are collecting dust. Yours already kind of in a ball somewhere, yeah? No? Hang yours up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you even know where your cap is?
Yes, I know what room it's in.
We were instructed, don't throw your cap there, even though that was like a big thing for the generations before us. Because, like, I don't know, you hit somebody in the head. You know.
But that's what we did. We threw our caps in the air.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to. I don't know. We had, like, I don't know. Anyway.
Loser.
Yeah. So imagine Deverius Peters' dismay when on May 19th, as he headed into the ceremony to receive his diploma, he was stopped at the door by the fashion police. Although his black-topped, white-soled sneakers were anything but outrageous, Peters learned that they were in violation of the school's dress code, and he was denied entry.
But how are they in violation? He's probably worn them to school before, right?
Yep.
So how are they in violation of a dress code that he has been let in through before?
Uh-huh. It looked as if Peters was about to miss his chance to walk across the stage with his classmates until someone stepped in with both feet and shoes to turn things around.
Fashion police are trying to tell him we can't get in with
Fashion
shoes.
police.
Yeah. So you can't come in, so you got no shoes. I've got a key to another door. Just
wrong shoes. You can dress up, but you can't come in with sneakers.
No, like the teacher. The teacher doesn't have shoes.
Well,
he gave his shoes away. Fashion police like, you need shoes to enter the building. He goes, fine.
Yeah.
Let myself into my own classroom.
You can't see him underneath my thing here, so let's just do this whole thing.
Whole thing?
You can see he's got socks on there. When the distraught senior caught sight of a friendly face, he went looking for help. John Butler, a paraeducator at Bott, Louisiana's Hanville High School, was on hand for the graduation as a parent, but not as a staff member. But once he learned the details of Peter's predicament, he accompanied the young man he'd come to know and respect back to the entry to see if he could change the gatekeeper's mind. I was hoping that maybe if she saw me with him, she would let it go, but she insisted on not letting this young man in, and I didn't have time to go back and forth with her, Butler told the Washington Post. It was a no-brainer. This was the most important moment in his life up to that point, and I wasn't going to let him miss it for anything. Without missing a beat, Butler simply swiped his size 11 loafers for Peter's size 9 athletic shoes. With seconds to spare, Peter made it inside the venue just as the doors closed and was able to keep his place in the graduation line. Although his family was initially confused by the last-minute wardrobe substitution, they were thrilled that Butler's quick thinking kept a joyful celebration from turning into an ugly situation. I wasn't surprised because Mr. Butler is that type of person. A grateful Peters told the Washington Post. At school, if you're having a bad day, he'll be the one to take you out of the class, walk around the school with you, and talk to you. So pretty cool.
Very nifty.
Pretty cool. So kind of a neat. I don't know. I've never shared shoes with somebody.
No.
I've shared shirts, sweatshirts and such, you know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever taken off my shoes and let somebody wear my shoes before.
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of, I don't know, I think it's kind of, anyway, we'll keep it good news. It's pretty odd that.
Now, hold on 1 second.
We'll be right back. A little bit of a family emergency here. Dyer stepped out for a little bit. So, my next article, a man grows an 18-foot tall plant. In Great Britain, the biggest Eshium plant after saving it from a dumpster. Tree surgeon Darren Wilson took the plant home 3 years ago after he saw it had been chucked away on a job he was working on. He saved it and planted it in front of his house, and it has now grown to be the tallest in Britain. At 18 feet, it's even taller than his house. Eshium plants are generally biannual, which means they usually flower in their second year. However, Darren's plant has flowered in its third year, meaning it has a whole extra year of growing before it flowered. The 39-year-old from Saltlash, Cornwall, believes a combination of good sunlight and a winter fleece during the cold months have helped it grow. He said that after he and his wife measured the enormous plant, they decided to do some research online and try to find out how tall the biggest one was. Here's a picture of them with it, or with him watering it, I guess. The research revealed that the tallest known in the UK was 16 feet tall, 2 whole feet shorter than Darren's. We measured it Sunday and it had already grown 3 inches from Friday. It should stop growing once it's finished flowering. The flowers will turn to seeds and the whole thing will die. But I reckon it's still got another month's growth. Darren stumbled upon the plant, which was much smaller at the time, in a clearance job he was doing. Since then, he's been protecting the magnificent plant and wrapping it up in the winter. As for what the neighbors think of the tree-like plant, Darren says one guy actually said he's pretty sure it runs around the street at night when we're all in bed. When you come up the road, it's just right there in your eye line, so it stands out, looks good, very impressive. We can never deny that. So that's a pretty, I don't know, it's pretty neat. I've never seen one of those plants personally. Hoping that it's just kind of amazing that you can have something that was thrown away that now turns into a big deal, making the news and such. So pretty cool. My next article is kind of like a 2-for-1 type of a thing. It's a twofold because my title is Incarceration Rates Fall, U.S. Prisons Are Being Repurposed. So the twofold good news is there are less people in jails, so that's good news. And the other good news is that the jails are being repurposed. So U.S. prison populations are declining. This is not only attributable to the easing of drug laws across the country, but also in rising standards of living in previously poorer states. The gradual shuttering of prisons in the U.S. has also led to a creativity boom in the form of redesigning old correctional facilities for other purposes. Associated Press reports that the inmate population in Connecticut has fallen by about half from its peak of 20,000 in 2008, and that while one former prison now locks up only important documents for banks and law firms, others remain empty but unused. Here are a few more of new uses for America's jails. In Gainesville, Gainesville has a new homeless shelter found within the converted Gainesville Correctional Institute. Shuttered due to budget cuts, locals found the building ideal for converting into a homeless shelter and got straight to work planting trees and painting the walls bright colors. Existing infrastructures like an industrial-sized kitchen and plumbing were already there, saving the organization money. Since 2009, Grace Marketplace has served 750,000 meals, seen 1,500 residents rehoused, and serviced more than 15,000 homeless in the area while reducing chronic homelessness by 38%. While offering medical care, mental health, and domestic abuse services, they also have a garden, computer lab, and host cooking classes and even yoga. We're the only homeless shelter in the universe that improved the property values when we moved in. John DeCarmen, the executive director of Grace, told AP, there were adaptations that were required to make it something that worked, but overall the benefits for the community and people we serve have far outweighed any hassles of moving into a facility that had been used in a different way previously. In 2020, GNN reported on the flipping of North Carolina correctional facilities in an area where at-risk youth and veterans were driving up crime rate to worrying levels. Here's a picture of a young kid holding a basket of onions there. And converting old prisons to year-round farming and educational centers, growing change solves several problems at once. The program synergistically brings together young men on the edge of the criminal justice system and jobless wounded veterans returning from deployment. Recruiting the discipline and leadership skills of the latter to teach and guide the former, growing change creates an environment whereby at-risk youth who need to fulfill long hours of community service can learn life skills, sustainable farming practices, and animal husbandry with an opportunity to receive clinical therapy in an environment much more suited to young men. Meanwhile, the veterans work towards university degrees in environmental sciences and sustainable agriculture. Together with these individuals, young and old men who have been on the fringes of society work to rehabilitate abandoned brownfields, which are lands that might be contaminated and must be cleaned before future use, and to keep the prison property decaying into dysfunction. The myriad societal benefits are augmented by the fact that the county's growing change operates in a low, almost none of their own produce. The flipping of prisons into organic farms also increases the access to nutrient-dense fruits and vegetables. One prison, a former correctional facility on Staten Island, has actually been turned into a full-service movie studio by Broadway Stages. The 69-acre waterfront campus has already seen action in Hollywood and was used in the filming of the Netflix series Orange is the New Black and the heist movie Ocean's 8. The authentic prison set includes everything a director or screenwriter could want: a gymnasium, visitor center, admission buildings, infirmary, kitchen, recreation yard, guard towers, and all of the housing blocks. The facility now has 40 permanent employees, and every production arrives with hundreds of people. And to the extent that they can, the production like to use local restaurants for food, local businesses for crafts, services, anything they need, says Samara Sham, a spokesperson for Broadway Stages. That's part of the identity of Broadway Stages. I know that it has a positive impact on local businesses there. Just as an inmate one day has to prepare for life beyond the walls of the penitentiary, the United States is gradually getting used to life beyond the days when simplest answer to any criminal problem was to throw someone in a prison. The number of people incarcerated in U.S. prisons and local jails dropped from about 2.1 million in 2019 to 1.8 million by mid-2020, a drop of about 300,000, or 14%. Since 2011, 22 states have closed correctional facilities, amounting to 94 fewer state prisons and juvenile detention centers, and bags of creativity are needed to ensure these places are reclaimed by the community. I'm going to give me just one more moment and we'll be right back. All right,
Hey.
Welcome back with Dyer.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to answer family business.
Yeah, family emergency. But it sounds like everything's gonna be okay.
everything's gonna be all right.
Except for dinner.
Except for dinner.
But I got you covered on dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have a correctional facility down the road from here. Like the next town over, a couple of towns over. Have you ever thought about like buying a giant correctional facility?
And what would I buy? Like, what would I do with a correctional facility? All
I don't. We would have like a big, huge studio.
Well, yeah.
Bigger than this.
Knock down a few walls, put up some new ones.
So the theater in town here used to be a jail.
Yeah.
So inside the women's bathroom, there's like actual jail.
Yeah,
bars
there's jail cells and whatnot. Yeah.
So did you go into the women's bathroom and see it?
Yes.
I couldn't help it. I had to go in.
I had to go in and see the
I had to
bars.
take a look.
It was super interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of bizarre, weird, but
Oh well, yeah.
so you have a studio where you have to unlock these bars, walk into your studio and do your thing. You know, it's kind of cool. There's like a lot of times they'll take like local schools when the schools outgrow the school, and then they'll give them to the community. They become community centers or stuff like that. So I don't know if the correctional facility down the road from us is closing or not, but that would be kind of interesting to see. Usually you drive by there, you see the guys up there with their guns and their towers and everything. Yeah. I just want a lookout tower. Climb
That's
up
all
there.
you want? You just want a lookout tower?
Just look out there. That would be my office.
No, you know what you do? You get one of those houses that has
stories.
you get one of those houses that has one of those towers that sticks out taller than the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Build a spiral staircase, then make a platform all around it like a
turret.
lighthouse.
Yeah. So
and then put the get like one of those bars that locks in like that, and then put a light on it so you can swivel it all the way around.
Yeah.
So you can shine it at people.
So not to change the subject too abruptly, but how often do you think you get stuff shipped here?
Once every few months. I don't order much. I tend to buy in person.
So something I haven't seen in a while, I guess I haven't seen as much as I used to, is those packing peanuts.
Yeah, packing peanuts. I haven't seen those in a good while.
I did get one recently, like within the last year. I got one package, I think, that had packing peanuts, and when I pulled the stuff out, like they went everywhere.
Yep, because they go everywhere.
Yeah, so my next article...
oh, this is a legitimate... Oh, this is a segue. I thought you were actually talking to me about something.
No.
I thought we were having like a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, no. New shipping materials. Have you ever eaten packing peanuts?
No, because I'm pretty sure they kill you.
I don't think you're supposed to eat them.
You're not supposed to eat them.
But I did have a kid that was at my high school that would like munch on them. I don't know if he actually swallowed them or not.
I doubt it. I think they're
I'm pretty
toxic
sure that
if you
you're
swallow
not
them.
supposed to eat them. Anyway, new shipping material made from popcorn can replace styrofoam packaging.
So they know that people eating packing peanuts is a problem.
So I'm wondering if the guy who I knew growing up, invented this.
He invented this. He's like, you know what?
I'm thinking like might have.
I want something.
It might have
to eat.
Yeah. So, in a stroke of scientific genius, it's not him, but a German researcher enjoying a box of popcorn in a dark movie theater realized that the overpriced, butter-soaked concession had the exact same size and consistency as styrofoam packing peanuts. I don't know what would make you think that in a movie theater.
First off, this implies this man has eaten packing peanuts. That's exactly what that. Yeah, that's exactly what it implies. Is that he's eaten packing peanuts.
Yeah. So you pay big money to go to the movie. You pay even bigger money to eat the popcorn, and you're sitting there in the movie theater, and you're looking up the screen, and you're like, boring.
And then you look down your popcorn, like,
just gonna be thinking about
like packing peanuts.
Yeah, I just had an idea. Yeah. Okay. So. Really? That's like a bad time. I mean, it must have really been a bad movie.
This movie is awful.
Yeah.
But look at this. They remind me of those styrofoam packing peanuts
that I used to eat. So anyway, considering styrofoam is made from polystyrene, which requires fossil fuel extraction and takes centuries to break down into yet smaller bits of harmful microplastics. Alriza,
good luck,
Karazapor, thought
Close
it was
enough.
worth experimenting with puffed corn kernels as a replacement for them.
But popcorn molds. So if they get a package that's shipped for a long time, will it just arrive and it's like, hey, you got limited edition green fuzzy packing peanuts?
Yeah, you'll see it in a second because I got another picture of it. So, they actually, well, anyway, you'll see. Because I was worried more about, like, if I get a new game controller, right, and I get my box, the box has a small hole in the bottom of it, and I open it up and I get a game controller and 3 mice, that's going to be problematic, you know? But anyway, annually, in the U.S. alone...
At least you won't have to worry about computer part replacement.
Yeah. About 3 million tons of polystyrene is produced, which is a lot considering it's 95% air. It's a popular choice because it has enabled packaging to take on very precise forms and provide excellent packing safety for fragile electronics on the move. For instance, while costing pennies a manufacturer, one of its worst qualities is that most recycling facilities don't have the capability to process it. Our popcorn packaging is a great sustainable alternative to polystyrene, which is derived from petroleum, said Stefan Schult, managing director of Nordage Treaty.
Wait, so is it polystyrene or is it polystyrene?
Is it polystyrene?
Because I think I've heard it said polystyrene.
Polystyrene, then.
Polysterene.
Polysterine.
It's a new mouthwash. Blisterin's new brand, Polysterine.
It tastes like butter.
It's just NyQuil. It just knocks you out.
The products are very light because popcorn granules are filled with air like honeycombs. Karazapor tells Fast Company, when grain maize expands into popcorn, the volume increases by 15 to 20%.
Fast Company?
Yeah. Name of the company. So here's like the compressed...
So the balls.
Balls, yeah.
No, they're not balls. They're actually in the shape of peanuts. They're connected.
Well, yeah, kind of. They actually do look like
Those are some big nuts.
So, taking corn waste products produced from making cornflakes, then filling them with steam crates, what Karzapor and his team at Gotten University call granulated popcorn. The popcorn packing can be made from any type of corn, and it's completely biodegradable.
Nifty.
Large pieces can be compressed into shapes to hold different products and can easily be sawed into pieces either for cutting into precise shapes or for shredding at the end of its life.
So what you do is you just get your thing in, right? And then you just fill in the rest of it, and it just molds into a
Around
second box.
And then it's just a solid piece that keeps from shipping.
And then you just come over, you pack it up and it's just sawing into it. And then, if you're hungry, well...
Yeah. See, I think that's why I haven't seen packing peanuts, but I have had, like, the hard drives and stuff that we got here for our computer
They come
system.
in styrofoam.
They're wrapped, like, perfectly around there, yeah. So the brilliance of his idea has landed him an exclusive licensing agreement with a medium-sized grain and cereal company in Europe called Nordage Treaty for manufacturing various popcorn packing products. So, kind of a neat idea. I imagine that they have
popcorn
waste
packing products.
Although I wonder how much waste a cereal company would actually have.
They probably just eat whatever the waste is.
They eat it.
Free breakfast for all you guys. Come to work early.
Did you ever see the I Love Lucy episode where she's like trying to get the chocolates and they're going down the assembly line and she ends up trying to eat it?
I Love Lucy.
Oh man, that's like one of the classic ones where she's like taking all the stuff.
Do not know what I Love Lucy is. No clue.
Oh man.
What, are we going on a nice little Google escapade right now?
I Love Lucy Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't know this. The only black and white thing I think I've ever watched was Leave It to Beaver, besides like old westerns.
Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver was great, man. Oh no, I saw the original Twilight Zone.
So, there.
High res.
She's telling them how it comes out. The chocolate comes down the thing. They're supposed to get it and then put it in a box. So here they wrap them. So they take them out, wrap them. So here they go. Wrap. Takes one, wraps it. No big deal. Here comes another one. No big deal. So anyway, now the thing comes down too fast and she can't get them, so she's trying to wrap them.
She's just eating them all.
Yeah.
Why is it coming down so fast? How are you supposed to
I think
keep up
they
with
messed
that?
up the thing, but look at it. She's trying to...
We've lost a shipment. How much? $87 worth of chocolate.
Yes. Anyway, it's a good episode. It's a classic. That's like I think one of the top ones it's known for. So anyway, speaking of classic, we talked about this a few weeks ago on this program because the month of June is like full of astrological events.
Yes.
We didn't remind everybody yesterday, but yesterday was more of a Mario thing. But
Yeah,
did you see?
You've got the astrological event.
Did you see? Well, you texted me, and I read it to everybody while you were gone that day.
You.
Yes. So anyway, did you get up this morning and see the solar eclipse?
I'm lucky I got up this morning.
So
yeah, let's pull it up. What I think it was the
well, you don't have to pull it up because I already read it.
I know, but I think it was called something, wasn't it?
So
the Ring of Fire eclipse. That's what it was called. The Ring of Fire.
Play this in the background while we're talking here.
All right.
So there is several shots of it in video mode for our
and then
happy-go-lucky
4 days from now, the Moon and Mars will be very close to each other. It looks like they'll be Mars will cover up the Moon.
Well, this morning we had a solar eclipse, and a lot of it was viewable here.
Hey, look at that. There's solid.
Here's some highlights from the Ring of Fire solar eclipse's sunrise. Weather and geography made it difficult to see the rare obstacle, but some intrepid people got an exciting view of the eclipse from unique vantage points. Every couple of years or so, somewhere on Earth, the wanderings of our planet, the sun, and the moon cause them to line up like a billiard balls on a velvet space table. Seeing worlds disappear behind each other in an eclipse can make you cry or scream. But getting to that point frequently takes hard work.
Have an existential crisis.
Yeah. And maybe even a bit of luck. That turned out to be as true for today's eclipse as it has been since humans started chasing these celestial occurrences. Just after sunrise, over the eastern half of North America, the sun was almost completely blotted out by the moon for a few dawn hours in the annular solar eclipse.
Oh.
Yeah. During such an eclipse, the black silhouette of the moon, too far from the Earth to completely cover the sun, was surrounded by a thin ring of our home star's surface, or photosphere. Many known this as a ring of fire. But few got to experience the full effect. The eclipse started after the sunrise north of Lake Superior and began crossing remote regions of Canada on its way to Greenland and the Arctic Ocean before going over the North Pole. Its course then headed south before ending in parts of the Russia Far East. Outside of the path, some viewers experienced a partial solar eclipse like in metropolitan New York, where the sun was about 73% obscure shortly after dawn. Still, some lucky souls got to experience this cosmic geometry, and a few were even intrepid and well organized enough to book airplane flights into the zone of maximum darkness. Many more got to experience a partial solar eclipse if we woke up early to clear enough skies. And it was not really much I could see from my point. We had like a lot of trees down. I tried really hard. I wanted to see like the horns, which you could see on some of these when they were first coming up. Like that. That's just spectacular.
Here's the Red Bull logo. Here comes the Chicago Bulls. So there is another thing that's going to happen on the 14th, on Monday.
This coming Monday.
This coming Monday is the Moon and Mars will be very close
together.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
I don't have a telescope.
No, but the 21st of June, the longest day.
Longest day of the year.
Summer solstice, longest day. Then 3 days later, on the 24th, it's the final supermoon
of the year.
2021.
Of the year, yes.
So how come
June gets it all?
Well, that, and how come we only made it through half the year and we already ran out of supermoons? We already used everything up.
Used them all up. I don't know.
That's kind of dumb.
I think it's because this month is just the most awesome of all months.
It most certainly is not.
Including the first day of summer, which I appreciate. My birthday, which is like...
Well, of course, you're biased then.
If
you say national holiday, I swear to God.
You know what? It is a national holiday. Completely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I actually wonder what my
It is a
national
biological holiday. There's a difference.
So, along with, I don't know how to segue this into it.
Well, along with the sun and the moon sinking into the sea.
Because the sun takes a dive
they
into the
used
sea
to think it did that. Don't you remember learning about that in history? They used to think that the sun and the moon
regularly
sank into the sea at the end of the day, so people would chase the sun and the moon.
So when the sun and the moon go into the ocean, they cause the ocean levels to rise.
Of course, you know how big the mass is that's going in the water. You ever put something big in water, the water goes up to make room.
Yeah, me in a kiddie pool.
Exactly.
So anyway, to respond to rising sea levels, I got a picture here. This is actually a render.
Is it a turtle?
It's not a turtle.
It looks like a turtle.
It's the Maldives.
So it's a massive turtle.
It's the Maldives. Late 19th and early 20th century fiction were filled with visions of a brave new world where science, technology, and machinery would come together to build metropolises under the sea, floating in the air, or out into space. You've got the National Space Station. You have the city of Atlantis. You have flying cloud ships, like the Zeppelins and such. Although they actually, I don't know if we actually talked about it on the show or if I just looked up an article recently. They have a flying blimp.
Or say, what are we doing Hindenburg round 2?
That can stay in the air for much, much longer. They can do like cruises for weeks at a time.
So basically, it's going to become BioShock Infinite.
Maybe. Well, now...
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a game. I know what that is.
But do you know which one it is?
BioShock, of course.
No, well, because all the BioShock games are under the water.
Yeah.
But the BioShock Infinite is up in the clouds.
So was Infinite Warfare, but that's not
Infinite Warfare was in space, and we were fighting across different planets. There's a difference.
So anyway, now a Dutch planning and architecture firm is working with the Maldives to create a 200 hectare floating. Yeah,
hectare.
It's like
200 hectares.
100 acres is one, I think. So anyway, floating city. It's modeled on, and that's the model that you see here on the screen. Okay, it's modeled on the structure of coral reefs and powered by green energy to help fortify the nation against climate change. Averaging less than 1 meter above sea level, the Maldives, a collection of 25 atoll in the Indian Ocean, is the lowest lying nations on Earth and at real risk of becoming uninhabitable as the planet warms. Fortunately, with 300 years of Dutch know-how on controlling their wet environments, Dutch Docklands is working with the Maldives government to create a solution. Plan to drift upon a 200 hectare.
Yep, hectare.
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 Warm water lagoon, just a 10-minute boat ride from the capital. The Maldives floating city will be built along a flexible grid and surrounded with larger islands to act as wave and water breaks. Up top, traditional Maldivian architecture sets the tone of the MFC's design plan, supported down below by the most eco-friendly construction possible. States Dutch Docklands, MFC offers an approachable, scalable, sellable solution for truly sustainable waterfront development.
Truly sustainable.
Yeah, here's another render. Now this looks beautiful, doesn't it? It almost looks like Barbie.
The water looks a little weird. It's got that whole 90s anime pool color going on.
Yeah,
it's got 90s anime bath water.
So, as a nation at the front lines of global warming, the Maldives is perfectly positioned to reimagine how humankind will survive and indeed thrive in the face of rising sea and coastal erosion. Rather than industry or agriculture, the Maldives is powered by tourism, and the hexagonal modular building segments are inspired by the rich corals that attract the visitors that fuel the country's economy. The plan also includes the building of artificial coral structures in and around the neighborhoods to attract sea life and further protect the town from storm surge. Our adaptation to climate change mustn't destroy nature but work with it, as the Maldives floating city proposes, says Mohammed Nasheed, former president of the Maldives and Speaker of the Parliament. In the Maldives, we cannot stop the waves, but we can rise with them. The housing modules will be connected by a series of canals and flexible bridges, while docks will allow people parking and access to services and shops. Construction is slated to begin next year and finished in 5. A school and hospital will be added, a renewable energy grid will power the city, and prices for homes are said to be set to accommodate all income brackets. So you too can have a home on this floating city.
You can spend $7 and get a bubble.
In the Maldives.
Yeah, you get a bubble.
And you can watch the sun go down into the ocean in your backyard right there.
What backyard?
So, okay. You have a floating house with your floating dock.
A boathouse.
Your boat would literally be your mode of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have a pet dog, or would you have like a pet porpoise?
Still a dog. Still a dog.
I imagine you come outside and there would be your seal just sitting there.
You want to go for a ride, buddy? And he just comes around you, so he's just like bouncing along, following behind you.
You're like throwing a tennis ball.
Yeah.
The seal jumps on, it's like gets it and comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just thought that was kind of cool.
That's hilarious.
I think I got another article here. Just kind of cool, actually. It's a video. Whoops. If I can do this right. So, this concerned farmer uses a drone to check on a sick calf.
Why don't I just go check on the calf yourself?
Here is the calf's name, because this is the coolest name I think I've heard since we've been doing this show.
Coolest name for what?
JuJube. JuJube. JuJube the calf.
That's some bad juju.
That's some bad JuJubes. I was waiting for you to say it. And I'm glad that you did. I'm actually proud of you. Graduate, high school graduate, got it. But anyway, JuJube the cat.
The cat.
Calf. The calf is facing some serious challenges. Now here's the next best name. Farmer Dave.
Well, that's stereotypical, isn't it?
Is it really?
Pretty stereotypical. Farmer Dave.
You got JuJube the cat.
If his name was
Farmer
John,
Dave.
Farmer John,
Yeah,
he
no.
would have hit the nail on the head.
If it was Farmer John, which it could have been, they probably made him change his name just for this article, so people would
Like,
believe
but
it.
we can't be too stereotypical. They're gonna think we're making up
Yeah.
a story here.
So Farmer Dave is doing everything he can to ensure it grows up to enjoy life on this ethical farm. And that's air quote, ethical farm. Okay? A few weeks ago in Ontario, Canada, JuJube,
Let's say I want to call it JuJube.
I'm going to go with JuJube. Let's change that. It just doesn't have a capital B. Capital J-U, capital J-U.
Should we put in Google Translate and see what Google Translate says?
No. JuJube, let's just do that. JuJube was born with difficulty walking and getting up, and a calf who cannot stand is unable to nurse or follow the herd around the vast expanse of rolling pasture. When many acres of lush green pasture and meadows to wander and graze upon, the calf's mother, Bernice, has lived here for 10 years. But in this situation, even a loving parent can't help a sick creature like JuJube.
So what the mom just dipped?
Yeah. On this farm, which is family owned and operated, they treat the animals more like pets. And Farmer Dave puts more emphasis on their health than profit. A veterinarian was hired to come out to the farm every few days to examine JuJube and check on his progress. They initially suspected he might suffer from white muscle disease.
Hmm.
I don't know what white... Well, okay.
Well, it says.
Yeah. Which is a deficiency in selenium that gave JuJube they gave JuJube vitamins and supplements by injection along with an anti-inflammatories and antibiotics because the animal could also be suffering from an infection in his joints.
Alright.
JuJube has responded well to treatments, but just to make sure he's looking healthy, Farmer Dave has employed a drone to check up on the latest member of the herd.
Yeah.
And here is a video. Let's see if we can get this right.
No, look at that. That's some epic stuff right there.
One. Yeah, I don't want to get all this other epic stuff. Is it this one? This one. Okay.
There
let's
you
just
go.
do that. Here we go. Flying in.
Flying in there.
Whoa,
there's all the cows.
There they are.
They got their little puddle over there.
Flying across the puddle.
Wonder if he scares any cows.
This is where the cows are like, what's with this spaceship?
Yep. Yeah, look, there's the one cow. He's figured it out. He's watching. And then all the way over here, hidden in the grass.
Hidden in the grass.
In the tall grass.
JuJube.
It's a Pokemon. They're hidden in the tall grass.
JuJube.
JuJube, what you doing?
There it is.
What are you doing? Why
There
are
you
you
go.
laying in the grass like that?
Looks like he's okay.
Lounging.
Looks like he's okay.
JuJube's just vibing.
I would just like to say, having a drone, you can go in your car, drive down the road, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walk across your property, you know, your 100 hectare
Your 100 hectare property.
Or you could just get in a drone.
This just sounds like an excuse to be lazy.
You know what? Says the guy who didn't get up and look at for the eclipse. I didn't see the eclipse, but I tried.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No,
I
I
did.
don't buy it.
There are trees like up around, so I would have had to have left my house. Oh, I could have used the drone.
Why didn't you?
Now I just now thought about it. I literally just thought about it. I literally use it every day.
Yes, you do.
Every day.
Every single day.
Forgot all about it. Remember when that big storm was coming in and we shot it way up in the air even though we shouldn't have?
Yep. And we definitely violated some law somewhere.
Yeah. Man. Now
trees,
I'm disappointed.
But the drone doesn't have trees.
See, that was the problem. I thought, well, I'm going to have to get dressed, drive like out of town to see it.
Nope, you got a drone.
Man.
All this convenience at your fingertips, it really sucks.
All of this convenience at my fingertips, and all I was thinking about was spying on the cow.
Yeah.
Could have seen.
All I was thinking about was hamburgers.
So, it can't be too long. I mean, we're like right around the corner from using drones to deliver products.
Yeah, they're trying to do it, and then have you seen what's been happening with Amazon?
No.
Amazon tried to use drones to deliver in like certain parts of like the southern part of the U.S., and their drones kept getting shot out of the sky.
Yeah, see, now their drones are probably worth more than my drones.
Yeah, like so their drones have cameras on them, you know, so they can detect things. And yeah, so there's final images of some of their drones, and 90% of the images are people aiming a gun at the drone.
That's not right, you know what I mean?
Well, it's a drone flying over their property. They don't know what it is. They probably think it's some punk kid.
Aliens!
Exactly, aliens! Get 22!
Aliens! Ethel!
Get the shovel!
Hey, Ethel, grab the thunder stick!
Grab the boomstick, Ethel!
Run! Run! JuJube's in trouble! They're trying to take him!
They've come for JuJube! Run, Ethel! Grab the boomstick and run out to the yard!
That's crazy. Surround it. Okay, I don't know.
Surround the alien!
We got it. Men in Black. So no, I think it's kind of cool because, like, you could get, you know, let's say you order a pizza or whatever, right? Okay. The guy has to go get the pizza, wait in line to get the pizza. Maybe he's there, maybe he's not. Maybe he's on a delivery. Let's say, because you do deliveries.
Yeah, let's say I have to drive
You're doing
somewhere
a delivery already down the road, and now you have to go back for a pizza that's waiting, and then you have to go through town. You get stopped at a train, right? You're there, whatever. This thing just grabs the pizza, flies up in the air, and straight line.
Yeah, that thing doesn't make any money.
Possible dish. I think that they would have to pay somebody to do something. Someone has to watch or maintain it.
Until they can automate it.
Yeah, but still somebody has to. I mean, you still have to have a person in charge watching your fleet of drones. You'd be like,
I feel like watching a drone fleet
would be like
that
the
difficult to
new
maintain.
Spider-Man with your drone arm.
No, what's the Spider-Man movie where he made all like the monsters and whatnot, all his fight scenes and everything out of drones?
Yeah, the drone.
That's me right there. I put a fishbowl on my head.
You walk in with your Jedi robes.
Yeah, my Jedi robes. Put on my fishbowl. Walk in.
Are you ready?
Showtime.
Are you ready? My So, thanks for watching. Give another shout out to Gurley and Rummages. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you have. See, you weren't here the last week.
I was not.
So last week was the first time ever since we started doing the show. The first time ever that we had all of our good news articles were sent in from viewers.
That's pretty nifty.
All of them.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah. So this time we didn't have everybody do it, but or all of them were that way, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I want to put a thing out here because I think we missed it. So season 1, our official first day is June 25th. So that's coming up. We've got our actual birthday from our official launch is on June 25th. And so we should do something special for that day. We did our test run starting back in May 21.
Yeah.
So June 25th is right around the corner. What is today? The 10th. So a week, about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is the 24th.
A week and 4 days.
2 weeks and a day.
No, it's gotta be a week and 4 days, right?
Today's the 10th.
Today's the 10th. It's June 21st. So 7 days makes it June 17th, and then 4 more days makes it June 21st.
25th.
But it's the 21st.
25th.
You said the 21st.
June 25th. June 25th.
Then why'd you say the 21st?
I said the 21st was when we just started messing around down here.
Yeah.
On the month previous. That was May 21st.
Right.
June 25th is our official Donald Duck birthday.
2 weeks and 1 day.
2 weeks and 1 day. We should do something special.
Okay.
Like a cake. Did you know that McDonald's used to sell cakes? Do they still do that?
No.
Birthday cakes?
No.
They used to.
They used to.
We're not getting a birthday cake.
McDonald's also used to have onion nuggets.
We need to find some way to get a drone to deliver a cake here without dropping it.
That's...
And then when we receive it at the door, we need to make sure we don't drop it. But yeah, we should do something. We should do something cool. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and send us a message on Discord. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next week, next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Next Thursday at 4 p.m. Central.
Yep.
And sometime coming up in the next couple of weeks or so, hopefully we'll do another Dungeons and Dragons type of a
It'd be
gaming
nice.
thing or something along the way, something for something.
We'll figure it out.
But anyway, we got a whole summer ahead of us.
Yeah.
Shoot us some ideas if you can. Keep the good news coming to my personal private message me if you can. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good weekend.
Bye, guys.